Joining us now to review some of the headlines of today's newspapers from around the world is Arise News analyst Emmanuel Ifeni, the great Malabite.
Good morning, Ruben.
Emmanuel.
Good morning, Rufai. Rufai without air. Yes, let's start the review with this day, Nigeria's newspaper of record. The lead story, 2023, Tinubu absent as Atiku, Obi, Kwankwanso, others sign peace accord. Buhari, parties should avoid insult, incitement. EU, Jonathan, police IG sue for credible poll. INEC vows to monitor parties against abusive campaigns. Spending limits. Oyelowo, Tinubu is big masquerade that comes out last. Now, of course, the peace accord that was signed yesterday. Of course, the Guardian newspaper also reporting that story. Comply with peace accord, Buhari Abubakar Jonathan tells candidate. While the Daily Trust newspaper also reporting that story. At peace accord signing, don't fight dirty, Buhari tells Tinubu, Atiku, Obi, others. We are at a critical stage, Jonathan. Fake news, misinformation, threats to pose. Abdul Salami will monitor candidates' parties' conduct pending INEC. Yes, of course, the peace pact signed yesterday by the 18 political parties, 17 presidential candidates were there. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu was not there. Of course, you make a big meal out of his absence. Yes, he's supposed to be one of the big fish in the presidential race. He was not there. Ordinarily, I won't attach too much to that. But coming shortly after the party, that's the APC campaign, could not take off because of the absence of the presidential candidate, and it has been deferred indefinitely. So I have to pay some attention to that. But the question, Rufai, you were asking, where's Tinubu? Personally, I wouldn't bother too much to ask where he is. But the answer was what got me thinking. The APC director of publicity was on this program a short while ago saying, he's not dead. I was shocked. I said, well, who brought death into this matter? He's not dead. He's somewhere around the earth. As if nobody within the party secretariat can identify even where the Bola Ahmed Tinubu is. But it's not around. Not new. In December 2018, Atiku Abubakar was not available at the peace signing pact. But the difference this time is that then the publicity secretary of the PDP, yes, the same Kola Ologbondiyan, this they brought up, was able to issue a press statement immediately.
You have to rub it in. This journalist.
Ruben, we groomed him, and he's doing well. Yes, he issued a press statement to explain the absence of Atiku Abubakar, that there was communication gaps. Hence, Atiku Abubakar was not there. And eventually, Atiku Abubakar went to the secretariat of the peace body to sign that agreement. So we also hope that Tinubu, when he comes back, he will go there and sign. But describing it as a big masquerade that comes at last, I don't think it applies in this situation. His absence, yes, can be explained, but it could have been avoided. Now, other stories. Let's look at other stories. Now, the New Telegraph newspaper, 2023, bribery allegation rocks PDP as 4 National Working Committee members return millions. Of course, the Nation newspaper also reporting that story. Scandal rocks PDP National Working Committee as members return 122.4 million naira. Arapaja, Obi, Adagun, Nodo. Efeato rejects strange rent stipends. Outrage over curious payment. Party cash meant for chieftains housing allowance. I thought Kola Olawodiyan made some explanation, but the PDP internal crisis it's not going away anytime soon, and it's taking different dimensions. But when somebody said, I did not know 128 million naira hit my account because I've since deactivated my my alert system because of kidnappers. So you want to tell me, if somebody deducts 28 million from your account, how will you know? Well, another matter altogether. But that's PDP's internal crisis taking a different dimension. Now, the Vanguard newspaper, 2023, furore over APC, in APC over campaign lists. Confusion over Adamu's letter to Tinubu. Later, not from Adamu, says APC National Working Committee. Adamu out to hijack campaign council. Tinubu not ill in London. Source may meet Wike orders to make more concessions to APC National Working Committee. Yes, despite the optics of trying to say, yes, there's no division, clearly there are people who are not happy within the APC with the list, the campaign council list as it stands. And of course, other newspapers like the Punch newspaper reporting that there's going to be some expansion to accommodate those who are still grumbling. The foreign newspapers quickly, yes, the Times of London, defiant prime minister set to cut benefits to fund budgets. Labour surges to 33-point lead over Tories. The Guardian newspaper reporting, the Guardian of UK, Prime Minister holds crunch talks with watchdog over fiscal chaos. Pressure grow from Prime Minister, from Tory MPs as new poll gives record lead to Labour. She wants to cut, Liz Truss wants to cut benefits. Is this another Tasha in the making?
No, this is not Tasha. Tasha is more sensible than this one.
Haven't cut tax, which, in fairness to Rufai, said will benefit the rich more than the poor. Now she wants to cut benefits.
I mean, this
Robert,
is
what's going on?
This is not Thatcher. Please don't compare with that. This is Sarah Palin 1.0.
Okay.
This is more like Sarah Palin. And the plan has blown in their face. I mean, they're a joke now. The UK has become, like Dr. Abatin was saying, they have become a third world country. Things you see from Nigeria.
Well, I mean, the Prime Minister and the Chancellor, they are coming from the direction of efficiency. They say they want to save about £5 billion by ensuring greater efficiency, by cutting benefits, by asking the ministers to cut fat and all of that. But the bigger problem, of course, is that they failed economics 101, and it's unfortunate considering, Kwasi Kwarteng's credentials as a very brilliant person. But how do they deal with what I described yesterday as this act of vandalism on the UK economy? And now the Conservative Party is troubled. The Tory backbenchers are rebelling. Labour Party is boasting that the thing to do is for the British to take their future back, suggesting that Liz Truss has lost the future and the repercussions will be very dire for the British people. But let's see how they deal with it, because the cabinet ministers, including Lord Frost, former Brexit minister, they are saying, well, they will go ahead. And Liz Truss herself, in the radio interviews she has yesterday, was more or less saying, the lady is not for turning. And that the lady is not for turning is a very popular Thatcherite phrase, harking back to Margaret Thatcher. So is the United Kingdom faced with another iron lady? Time will tell. Is this another iron lady?